Hey YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to my investing channel. As usual, I'm your host Calvin, and today we're going to be looking at my weekly update of the $500 account that I've been working on for the past couple of weeks. As you guys might have known, this is going to be my this is going to be the end of the third week that I've been doing this challenge. And this challenge is going to be how I take $500 and turn it into 5 grand, 10 grand, and hopefully 100 grand within about a year and a half. So with that being said, if you would like to show support, please scroll down and just smash the subscribe button. And before we get started, I would just strongly advise you, if you do plan on investing, please consult with an expert. Okay, so let's get right into it. So as you can see, last week my account, if you've seen the video or have heard about it, last week my account was hovering around 650. You can see about a week ago it was at 647, which was not bad after 2 weeks, right? It's about $150 return in 2 weeks. Well, this week I'm up to $777.43. I'm up about $130 this week alone. So my spread strategy has really started to compound, and my returns have started to really compound. So with that being said, I think spreads are a really great way to generate passive income. Anyone can put in a couple hours, learn how to do spreads, and can really employ the strategy to get consistent returns. So I received about $130 in gains for the week. That's a little bit more than than 1/6 of what I had going in. So this return was slightly above the 10 to 15% that I would like to target on a weekly basis. So for this week, I only did a couple of moves. You can see that I have an expiration for Pinterest and NEO. One of the main things I did this week was a credit spread for NEO. I go into detail about how I found the levels for this credit spread. You can check it out on my channel. But I did a NEO credit spread for $52. And then another big one I did this week was also an iron condor for Pinterest. So as you can see, I set this iron condor at between $55 and $95. The reason I was able to get this iron condor at such a wide range for a stock that was trading around $65 to $70 at the beginning of the week was that because Pinterest had earnings this week. There was a lot of rumors and rumbling that Pinterest had a amazing quarter in the last year of in the fourth quarter, and with those rumors, I decided to really pick up an iron condor. I gave it more room on the top side because I in fact was bullish on Pinterest. I thought that at the end of the week, Pinterest would end up around the $85 mark. It fell short at the end of the week. But it did touch that $85 mark after earnings. So what happens is I had this iron condor. I opened it up. I put down $500 in collateral to make $80. The chance that Pinterest would fall out of this range was relatively low, in my opinion. I do look at a variety of technical analysis as well as past earnings when I make these iron condors or credit spreads for earnings week. So one of the reasons why I like it to open up spreads that are super far out of the money during earnings week is that it's relatively safe, and because it's earnings week, the premiums are significantly higher than they normally are. To bring that into perspective, a $95 call for Pinterest, I sold it for $111. And next week, although Pinterest is trading at $80, $81, next week's $90 call is not even above 80 or 0.8, which would be $80 when you think about it in terms of premium. So this was what I did for this week, for week 3, to grow my account to the 777.43. And for the upcoming week, I'm hoping for another great week. I'm looking for something around maybe 20% or 15%. I would ideally like to get 20. I wouldn't mind 15, and hopefully next week I'll be up to around 900. So let's go into a couple of plays that I'm looking to make next week. So one of the hottest stocks on the market right now is going to be Square. Square has moved up significantly. It's in the last week, it's made a big $24 move. I'm going to be looking at doing an iron condor for Square. On the call side, I am looking for something a little bit further out of the money, maybe around the 270, 265 range. And then on the put side, I'm going to be looking at something around maybe the 205 to the 200, or the 215 to the 210, something along those lines. So I'm thinking about trying to open up an iron condor with only $250, but we'll see if I'm able to get something that works. Ideally, I would like to sell this. Let's see, this right here. Buy it back. Let's go to the call side. And then on the call side, I would like to, you could do this right here, and that would net you, you would be able to get a $30 return on a $250 in collateral. I think that's a little too low for me, so I might mess around with this a little bit to try to find a better iron condor. But one of the companies I am looking at is going to be Square. The other one is going to be Twitter. So Twitter has moved up quite a bit in the last couple of days, and this last week it has moved about 10 to 11%. They do report earnings next week, and I'm going to be trying to play off that IV crush that comes with earnings. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at probably something around the $65 to $68 range, with the lower bound being something around the $45 range. I'll give Twitter $10, $12 each side to create this iron condor. But keep in mind, I will revisit this strategy Monday morning and see where the ticker is at before I actually open it. So my plan going in could always change, but I do have a general sense of sort of the high and low points I would like to open the spread or a condor at. So with that being said, please feel free to check out my other video regarding how I find how I'm able to find a put credit spread, and how I use technical analysis to really up my game. I do recommend you guys learn a little bit of charting and use those skills when selling spreads. They greatly increase your chance of success and help you utilize spreads to generate weekly passive income. All right, guys, thank you so much, and be sure to drop a subscribe. You can drop me a follow on Instagram and send me a DM if you have any questions. Thank you, guys.